My Hero Academia All's Justice releases in a couple of weeks, and it's gonna be amazing. We've made plenty videos covering this game, looking at screenshots, new gameplay, learning details about the game, and with every new video my excitement for this game just kept growing. And in this video that's probably gonna happen again, because not only do we have a trailer for the opening cinematic of the game, but a lot of lucky creators got to play the game early and share some of their gameplay and more overall details about this game. So we're gonna be checking all of that out today, and this will honestly probably be the last video we make like this on this game, because the game is about to drop and then I'll get to actually play it for myself, and of course we'll be playing that full game from start to finish. But with that being said, let's get into this trailer. This was the opening cinematic right here. I've seen it. It's freaking amazing. I'm like, brother, what? And it says opening cinematic trailer, but pretty sure this is how the game is gonna start. And I'm like, dude, this is like a huge upgrade from One's Justice 2, bro. Oh my goodness. Shoot, did the other One's Justice games even have damn, you know, opening cinematics? This is kind of reminiscent of Storm 4, you know? Oh my goodness. This is gonna be the My Hero game, bro. I hope it stays around for years and years to come. Man, look at this. Damn, a Spider-Verse shot. Oh my goodness. I peeped something in here. It could have just been my imagination. I'm gonna rewind after, but it might be some DLC characters, hopefully. Look at this. I was like, brother, what? I was not expecting. I think the first trailer they showed off though, the announcement trailer, they showed some like kind of 3D models. I honestly think it was this. It's almost sad in a way, because it's like I feel like we're never gonna get another console My Hero game after this, you know? My Hero Academia All's Justice. This game is about to be amazing, bro. Let me go back real quick though, because there was a part in here. Right here, this scene. Now obviously this could be nothing, but I'm noticing Mount Lady and I'm noticing Kamui Woods. This obviously isn't saying they're gonna be playable, but the way they, you know, they didn't have to put them here, because I don't think we saw Star and Stripe nowhere in this opening cinematic, and she gotta be playable. She has to be DLC. We also got Spinner right here. This is just letting me know that they obviously aware that these characters are in the show. You feel me? Bandai, we just need them in the game now. But next though, we got this video by Globku. He got to play the game early, the final build of the game, and he's gonna be dropping some details about a lot of these modes. You actually already have them broken up into different chapters, so I might skim through this just to see, because we have seen a lot of the gameplay. We know how the game looks. I just want to hear
Hero Academia All's Justice.
Deals.
I had the full game for about 3 hours thanks to Bandai Namco inviting me to this preview event. Now,
man, oh man, because yeah, we've seen him swinging around a lot. I want to see other characters traversing.
I get to show you a little bit of story mode, open world mode called Team Mission, Hero's Diary, and a little bit of versus CPU matches. Today's video is just a taste, however, as I'll be going in depth on each one of these game modes throughout this entire week.
And I like how they'll actually talk. We've seen in another video before on sections like that where characters are interacting with each other in team up missions or the diary mission mode. It's not just a text box, you know, they're actually voice. I love that. So this is tutorial, pretty much self-explanatory.
A couple of things that immediately felt different as I was
all these Deku's gonna be crazy, objective. Bro.
First of all, counterattacks have a different input. It's now block plus quirk 1. It will take some time to adjust to this for sure if you're coming from the previous games. But the biggest change I felt was that there's no double jump anymore. Instead, if you tap double jump, you get this quick descent. You can still air dodge, air dash. There are still plenty of air actions, but no more double jump. And
movement is going to be so different coming off of One's Justice 2, but tutorial, I'm going to skip past this section because this is something I'm going to have to figure out, you know, for myself once the game drops. Let's look at his little story mode little section. Oh, wow.
Right, and Bakugo comes in for the rescue. And the first thing that impressed me was actually this cutscene. Now, you may be watching it and thinking it doesn't look like much, but this animation, it might be replacing slideshows entirely. It doesn't replace the CG cutscenes, which are still in the game, and you're gonna see one very, very soon. But doing this style of animation in place of the usual anime game slideshows, it's so clever, and I would love to see it adopted across the entire anime gaming space. Imagine that instead of slideshows, you get this style every time. It looks so much better, and given how big this story is, I am totally down to play the whole story mode like this.
Bro, I wish they would have did that in the other games. I didn't even think about that, but this is literally perfect. Have a little movement, you know what I'm saying? Still have it voiced and just Yeah, this is way better than the slideshow, and we're still gonna have fully animated CG cutscenes.
We jump into the boss fight itself. We are using Globku here, who is a returning character from One's Justice 2, and outside of the tutorial, this is my first gameplay
it's a new
with
map,
All's
isn't it?
Justice.
I don't think
and
we've
I gotta
seen this
say, in this 1v1 against All for One, the game is feeling pretty familiar if you've played the previous ones, but they have changed a couple of Bakugo's quirks, so the routes are very different. Now, I immediately
I'm gonna have to be in the lab with all my mains.
To story mode. First of all for One seems to be permanently armored. This is something that's very easy to overcome. You just gotta hit him with an unblockable attack, and the armor is gone for the whole combo. But this is a gimmick that I'm not a big fan of. When
I want to watch all of this, but I want to experience this for myself too. So let's skim through. Let's skim through a little bit and see if he says anything about like the cinematic here. I'll link all these videos in the description if you want to see them for yourself.
With this full CG cutscene.
Dude. Oh my goodness. It probably won't be too many of these fully CG ones because it's only covering the final war. And that's going to be pretty short for this game. But, dude. Yeah, nah, bro. This got to be some of the best looking anime cutscenes for like Bandai anime games. I mean, you got your Dragon Balls, and those are like damn near flawless, all of them. But this is solid. Yeah, no, bro. It's gonna look even better, dude. Oh yeah, I need to see this on my actual console, bro. YouTube quality ain't doing it. Oh my goodness.
I don't know how many of these they've done for story mode, but I can't wait to find out.
Right?
I left this mode incredibly impressed. I was being cautious because even One's Justice 2 has shown a lot of cinematic stuff in their trailers, and then it was mostly slideshows during the game.
That's true.
Here, so far, I have seen nothing but hype.
Right.
How good the full story is gonna have to wait for the final game review, because now it was time to check out the team-up mission mode.
Okay, so we know about team-up missions. Let me just hear what he says.
The mode where they give you a whole virtual city to explore and free roam as you do different missions. The first thing I wasn't expecting is that this mode is actually menu based. From the trailers, I thought this would have a more traditional open world structure, but no, you gotta select your team and then selecting the mission you want to do. So it's less like an open world game and more like small stories played in a big sandbox.
So it's literally, they took One's Justice 2 mission mode because you had to go select your team, dispatch them into the little board. It just wasn't open world. They made that open world. Okay. That kind of hurts, but we still have open world sections. It's got like a smaller hub, and it's so many characters, all of Class 1A we can play as and free roam as. So, okay, a lot of replayability, I guess. We could replay certain missions in this mode with different team.
That said, once you jump in, it does have a few open world tropes. There are collectibles, there are side missions, and there are a few buildings, but as far as I know, all the buildings do is heal you. Because in this mode, you will be fighting a lot, and your health carries over from one battle to the next. So it's good to take a break, find a building, and the heal is pretty much instantaneous. I got to play 2 missions. One of them I completed, and the other one was about finding all Class 1A members. So instead of trying to finish that, I thought it was a good chance to see what all of their movement abilities are in this sandbox.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Has a different way to move around. Not everyone has an ability related to movement though. Some will give you locations of collectibles or side missions on the map. Others give you buffs for combat, but every character has something unique for sure.
They should update them, you know what I'm saying? Like when they think everybody has seen the last episode of My Hero, they should definitely update some of these characters for their adult, you know what I'm saying, traversal, because everybody has some type of traversal. Or they can like team up with another character and traverse with them. Maybe that's asking for too much, but it makes me think about the last scene of the anime or in the manga when they were all pretty much flying, bro. Man, I think Momo had like a damn green goblin glider. Jiro, I think she was like boosting herself with the speakers in her feet, you know, on her shins or something. There's definitely some ways.
Because before you select the mission, you get to select which team you want to bring with you. You're always going to play as Deku, but you can select the 2 other characters. This has to be done before joining the mission. After you select which mission you want to do, you are kind of locked into that team. And because I didn't change it before joining this first mission, I just ended up with probably the same team as everyone else that played this demo. I'm not upset though, because Tokoyami is just straight up the best. Dude just zooms wherever he wants to. Now, going to this game mode, I thought this
finna
was going to be
heat.
my favorite in the whole game. After playing it though, I think it's just okay. The open world movement isn't satisfying
how you
enough
move.
to simply
hell
be
yeah.
there and explore the world, nor is the world interesting enough to be explored. So it ends up being something that simply exists to take you from point A to B. And when it comes to combat, I feel like they relied a lot on super armored enemies, as I previously mentioned. Except this time,
I feel like I'm gonna like it still though, because it's the fact that we have a mode to simply just run around and traverse with my hero characters, that already kind of sold me, but gotta play it for myself. Let's see what he got to say about the Hero's Diary mode.
Hero's Diary. This is one of the modes you unlock after you beat the previous mode, the team up battle, where you get to pick one of your classmates and just have a nice day out with them. I thought this would mostly be a bunch of dialogue scenes at a cafe, kind of a visual novel style, but turns out there's some dialogue, but there are also some gameplay challenges on each character. I got to see 3 characters. Minata's challenge was a race climbing a building. Kirishima was 2 battles, one against Tetsu, and another one against both Fat Gum and Sun Eater at the same time. And then Ashina,
so it's like character specific
some lost cats and
quest
fighting against a Nomu.
My
one
diary.
pet peeve is that none of these were particularly challenging. This is a mode that is unlocked after beating team up missions, and I just praise the difficulty in that Aizawa chasing section. Anyone that clear that is gonna find this Minata challenge boring. As far as the stories go, I think they do a good job of capturing and exploring each personality, but also 2 of the stories were about cats, so that's the level of filler we're talking here. Maybe some of the other characters have
like a filler mode in the game.
I wasn't expecting much out of this game mode, but I left this event really curious to see more.
And it would be cool if they could, you know, these modes could get updated. I doubt it, but you know, they add in a new mission, not like a live service type of format, but you know, every now and then, like a DLC, we get a new mission, or if new characters come, especially new students, maybe we could get these modes but with the class B students. That would be pretty fire. Now, we has a section about the combat, and I know we've seen a lot on this. We know we got the new systems. I doubt it would be too much new stuff here, even though this is a huge section he got. But I got some other videos I want to look at of some other creators that, you know, got to play this early and put gameplay out. Let's just skim through, man. The colors, all the
same characters
stuff, you know,
out what you're supposed to do and get comfortable with the system.
Now,
if you just heard that and you're feeling like this is a very scary game to get into, I get it, but to me, it's a dream come true. We are talking about a game with 68 characters at launch, all with unique attacking moves, all with unique quirks, all with unique risings. There's very little copy paste between the different characters, and they all feel like they have crazy, powerful gimmicks. I think that's something that gives this game a lot of longevity. For weeks, if not months after launch, this is gonna be a knowledge check type game.
Yeah, and see, that's exactly why I'm kind of okay with plus Ultra 2s and character intros and outros being cut from the game. I'm sad, especially the intros and outros, because I feel like that could have still been in here. But the story mode alone, we're getting fully animated cutscenes. We're getting not slideshows, but like little animated scenes for the cutscenes. We're also getting semi-open world mode, a little diary mode. And for the combat itself, like he said, 68 characters with so many different new unique rising animations and rising abilities for each of those characters. So I feel like it's gonna be a good, you know what I'm saying, payoff. We lost plus Ultra 2s, we lost intros, but we got all of this, and we're still going to be getting DLC characters, and hopefully it's a lot of them.
It's also a game where if you block an attack, you will still take a ton of chip damage. So overall, it feels like it's going to be a very fast-paced game.
Yeah,
and characters are going to drop quickly one after another.
It looks way faster than the previous.
Zoning feels in this game. If your character has fast projectiles, I feel like they may actually just rule. Not only because there doesn't seem to be any universal way to deal with projectiles other than just using very good movement.
It's so
but
much.
Also, thanks to the tag system, you can shoot a projectile and confirm into a full combo by tagging your next teammate. They will show up at the enemy's location and extend that combo for you. So the amount of damage you can get from a stray projectile hit is now higher than ever before.
Lady Nagant gonna be a main.
These are all very early impressions, but I definitely left this session super optimistic about this game. I think the gameplay feels better than ever before, and there's a lot to explore. That alone is going to keep this game alive for months. On top of that, I was surprised by how cool the story mode seems. The only thing that disappointed me was team up mission, but even then, it wasn't like my hopes were crushed or anything. I still think it's a very cool game mode. I just thought it would be the best thing in the game, and now I think story mode might actually take the cake as the best single player mode.
I gotta see it for myself. Oh yeah, archive battle. Forgot about that.
I didn't get to try that, but content-wise, this game is super rich, even if you don't care about the online side of things.
Yeah, because we got a lot of this is gonna be like a a big opinion based type of game. Not a really opinion based, but you got to play it for yourself to really, you know what I'm saying, get a feel for it. Because I forgot about archive battles. There's going to be a lot to this game, and I feel like that's a great thing when it comes to the longevity for this game. This is all before DLC characters. Shoot, I hope the first DLC character comes out relatively soon to this game's release. Comes out February 6th. First DLC got to be like late April, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 2 or 3 months after the game releases, I want to start seeing DLC, or at least maybe they can show a roadmap or something, bro. Because I feel like for this first year of this game's life, they gotta really keep the ball rolling so they can keep the ball rolling after this first year. We can get a year 2 and maybe a year 3, maybe even a year 4, man. I think it'll be worth it. This is a fire IP. But here we got some gameplay by SLOplays right here. I think he's gonna be talking in the back, yeah. But he's just playing around, doing a bunch of matches, I believe. I honestly want to see more of the class 1A characters. I want to see a lot more of Mirko too. What can she do? Man, oh man. Bro, all the quirks, especially for like the villains and stuff.
He's kind of a slower character in terms
of
oh
man,
how quickly his moves come out. That's just how it felt.
Yeah, this finna be heat. What about all the stages though? We haven't seen much of that. Where the stages at? Hold on, is that Mirko Rising? Gotta see that, boy.
All attribute points.
Gotta see that.
Got Bakugo. Yeah, anytime you kill both team members, they immediately go into an awakening for Rising.
It's finna be heat. All right, y'all, we got another video about SLOplays, and he actually just answered, you know, my question about the stages. But I'm kind of sad. This is it, brother. What? You know what I'm saying? All the stages we've seen so far in the actual gameplay, they look fire. They look open, a little bit bigger. But come on now, this can't be it. This can't be it. Where's the tournament stage? That seems like it needs to be in here, even if it wasn't in the final season, you know? And I can't see stages coming with DLC. I mean, they could. I mean, they have before, but honestly, now that I think about it, we've seen that with a lot of other anime games. So maybe we will get more stages unlocked with DLC characters that come. But that's pretty much it, y'all. I'll have some raw gameplay by Cerealkillerz in the background as I'm doing this outro, but that's really it. A lot of other creators have been making videos. I'll link some of these in the description, but a lot of it is the same because Bandai probably had like a set portion for these creators to play. I heard a lot of people saying they had 3 hours with the game, but it was still kind of guided, you know what I'm saying, so they could play a lot of, you know, the modes available. But everything I've been seeing so far looks amazing, man. I'm really impressed with how the story mode is looking so far. I already knew it would be better than One Justice 1 and 2 because we got more cutscenes, you know what I'm saying, but even the actual storyboard, you know, selecting a mission is reminiscent of the Storm game, especially Storm 4 anyway. And Storm 4 is definitely one of my favorite anime games, if not my favorite anime game. So y'all know I'm an offline, you know what I'm saying, solo type of gamer. So all these modes you're getting, I'm excited. I'm excited the most for team up missions. Like I said, simply just roaming around with some of my favorite characters, that's enough for me. But we're gonna be ending this up right here, man. Like I said in the beginning, this is gonna be the last video we make like this, because after this, the next video we make on this game should be us actually playing. But let me know how you feel about this game down in the comments. Let me know if you found any other new details that I didn't go over in this game. I'm gonna be watching a lot of these, you know, on my own time, but just let me know what you're thinking down in the comments. But until the next video, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell so you know when I'm posting, man. Share the content, share the channel, do all of that. I'll see y'all in the next one. It's your boy A.K.A. SMG. Peace.